Hello, everyone. Your girl Tay here from Let's Talk Wild, bringing you another Discovery Naked and Afraid, last one standing episode review and recap. This is season 3, episode 6, Down Under Siege. Yeah. So, this is a 30-day challenge in Australia with survivalists competing in multiple challenges to be the last one standing to win $100,000 and a perfect 10.0 PSR. We're going to get into episode 6, but before we do, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share. Leave your comments. You guys know I love talking to you guys about the episodes in the comments. You can send a donation to the Let's Talk Wild Venmo or PayPal accounts. Everything will be linked below, okay? Support your girl. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff, okay? Yes. Okay, so let's get into the episode. If you missed episode 5, the playlist will be linked below in the description box. And of course, I have timestamps available. Y'all already know I look out for y'all just in case you got to leave, come back. You need to know where you left off at. I got you. Timestamps all the way, always available. Okay, as soon as I'm done going live, I start on the timestamps. Okay, so let's get into episode 6, Down Under Siege. Y'all like my Australian accent? Down under. But perfect. The music will start over and we'll get into the days. Okay, so we left off on day 17. Patrick, Cheney, and Jermaine. Yes, Jermaine tapped out. Patrick was hunting. Jermaine, talked to Cheney. He messed up his ankle in the challenge. So he said rolling his ankle was the last straw. So he left. So, yeah, I know they're happy. Patrick's happy. Jermaine's happy not to be around Patrick. Is over, okay? All of that is done, is over with. So let's get into Miss Laura. Okay, so I'm going to pull up all of the lasting survivalists who we have here: Matt, Max, Darren, Patrick, Laura, Kayla, H, Trish, and Sheeny. They said somebody commented. They said I was saying Cheeny's name wrong. So it's Sheeny. I'm sorry. Y'all know it's the Baltimore accent. Sheeny. I love your girl. Whatever. And Sheeny is the MVP of this episode. We're going to get into why in a second. Okay. So Laura is still messed up from the whiplash that she got from the loose sapling. And she came into the last one standing challenge after a previous 21-day challenge. So she didn't give her body time to recharge. Now, I came in 10 minutes late. So I do want to shout out to Kat of PA 20. I asked what was going on. So shout out to Kat. Thank you, girl from PA. She let me know what was going on with Laura. Because when I joined the episode, I saw, everybody except for Laura. So I'm like, what's going on with Laura? Where is she at? So thanks to Kat of PA 20 on X, formerly known as Twitter, for letting me know what happened. Okay, thank you, girl. So Laura is still jacked up from her messed up, neck. So day 18, Sheeny practices with the bow. Kayla and Max, they go scouting so they can successfully hunt and get a boar. Matt, Darren, and Trish. Darren says they should build a pit oven for their boar head because Matt did catch a pig during the last episode. Darren was like, let's build a pit and put it in the pit. So that was amazing. I'm loving all of the survival skills, So day 19, Matt, Darren, and Trish, they checked their cooked pig head and it was cooked well. So they have some of the meat for breakfast. Matt decides to make a bull roarer. A bull roarer. It's an item used by it was used by the indigenous people of Australia to ward off evil spirits. And after Matt makes it, he's swinging it in the air and it's making noise. And Darren like, you shouldn't even be, dealing with that, because I looked up online this bull roarer item, and it said women ain't supposed to look at it, ain't supposed to touch it, ain't supposed to do nothing. So the girls is out there fishing, they hear the sound, and he's just like wailing it. It did work. But do you guys think it's gonna bring some bad juju to the women? We'll see. It's supposed to ward off evil spirits, but I don't think it worked like that if you ain't an indigenous persons of Australia. If you just some regular person making this item, I don't think it might not work for you, honey. I think it might not ward off evil spirits. I think it might backfire on you. So Matt shouldn't even try to make that. Okay, Matt, is your ancestors from Australia, sir? I don't think you should even made that. Okay, it might not work in your favor. Kayla H, Max, and Laura. Kayla doesn't feel well. Her body feels like prickly, tingly, and when she stood up, she blacked out. The medic comes in to check on her. Her heart rate was okay, and the medic says it's a low blood pressure problem. She needs to eat and hydrate. The medic will be checking on her later. Laura goes out to get Kayla some berries, some currant berries, and she takes them back to camp, and Kayla is thankful and she eats them, and then they go off to fish. Trish and Sheenie. I hear people in the show say her name different ways. Sheenie, then I hear Sheenie. She meet up with Jeannie meets up with Laura and Kayla, and they talk about the, next. Trish and Jeannie meet up with Laura and Kayla, and they talk about the next challenge and how they feel about competing against the men and how they don't want to be carried by the men because the people will say, oh, you only made it because of the men, right? Then, we hear these words that we all were shocked. Online, we were shocked by this. We hear quadruple tap. What? Excuse me? Say that again? Quadruple tap? What are y'all talking about tapping? Y'all having a meeting about tapping? Absolutely not. Unacceptable. Absolutely not. Now, night 19, Laura and Kayla talk to Max about how they are feeling about the competition. They believe if the previous challenges were individual challenges, that they wouldn't be able to do them. Max tells them don't make a decision just yet. He'll be going on a hunt to try to get them some food the next day. Just hold off, okay? So, the music is ending and starting at the perfect time, honey. Put it on replay. Day 20. Max gets up early to go hunting. The ladies go berry picking, and Patrick visits Matt and Darren. They tell him Trish is acting weird. She's acting weird. She got her items. Like, what's going on? Max, goes back to the camp and sees the ladies. Their items are gone. The ladies, except for Sheenie, are together and talking about how they feel during their bush confessional together. Their challenges are not. They say that the challenges are not designed for a woman to win. They walk back and they tell the men they are leaving. They have different reasons why they are leaving. Kayla's health, because she's not eating, and hasn't eaten. She's like wasting away. Laura's not into competition and competing. Like, she was like, I don't really care for this competition. I like survival stuff, but this competition stuff, honey, she said she ain't like. Trish doesn't think she could win against the guys in strength and speed. Max says they didn't ride anyone's coattails, and I agree, but it is what it is. So Kayla and Trish tap out, and for the first time ever, the queen, Laura, taps out of her first challenge. So yes, they're gone. I forgot to make a little a photo of the girls that say tapped out, but we got them. Laura, Kayla H, Trish, they gone. Thank y'all for coming to the challenge and competing, giving us TV. I appreciate y'all. We see y'all at the next one. Period. Sheenie meets up with the men and lets them know she isn't going anywhere, and they are glad she is staying. Okay, Sheenie is the last woman standing so far, okay, but will she be the last one standing for the 100,000 wow and the 10.0 PSR? We will see in the next few episodes. I don't know how many episodes we got left. I think we probably maybe have 2 more episodes left, 2 or 3. Shark Week is coming up, so they trying to clean this lineup up so Shark Week can have that time slot, but we will see when it all comes down to it. But she is the last woman left. Okay. Now, day 21, and I wanted the girls to at least last to day 21. Can y'all last to at least day 21? Y'all know y'all done did survival challenges 21 days. Y'all can't last one more day? Okay, whatever. Day 20, Max is bummed about Laura and Kayla leaving, but the competition continues. They find scrolls at camp. There are no more camps, y'all. Everyone is on their own. They pack up and they head to the challenge location where they give up their earned assets and learn the rules for their next challenge. Now, this challenge is a bow and butcher challenge. Phase 1, they must use a bow and arrows to hit the center of a kangaroo hide 3 times. That's 30 yards away. Phase 2, they have to skin and gut a feral rabbit without spoiling the meat. Now, let's get into the challenge. Now, and I will have timestamps just in case you want to skip the winners and losers, okay? To see who's going to win and who's going to lose. Now, the challenge begins. Everyone runs and grabs their bow and arrows. Patrick lands his first shot in the middle. Matt lands a shot. Darren lands a shot. Sheenie lands a shot. Matt lands a second shot and then his third shot. Matt heads down to skin his rabbit. Max hasn't landed a shot yet. Patrick lands his second shot and then his third. He heads down to skin his rabbit. Sheenie lands her second shot and then her third. She heads down to skin her rabbit. Patrick and Sheenie are neck and neck with the rabbits, okay? It's like the tortoise and the hare. They is together, honey. They neck and neck. Darren makes his second and third hit and heads down to skin his rabbit. He is now competing against Patrick and Sheenie. Max lands no shots. That was a bummer for real. Now let's get into the winner and losers. First, Matt. He came in first. He wins rabbit meat, a block of salt, 2 survival items or assets. He takes the knife and the bow. Second place, Patrick. He wins rabbit meat and he takes a bow and fishing gear. He gets 2 survival items. Third place is Sheenie. She wins her rabbit meat and 1 survival item. She takes fishing gear. Darren came in fourth. He wins rabbit meat and he takes a bow. In fifth place, Max will not earn any protein. He gets 1 survival item, which was the scrub bull hide, to help keep him warm and stuff like that. So the rope and extra hides are removed from the challenge, and the assets they chose cannot be shared, okay? Cannot be shared. Day 21 continued. Matt is happy about his salt. He's going to make some salty rabbit stew. That's what he said, some salty rabbit stew, honey. Everyone cooks their rabbit except for Max because he didn't, win one. He's not happy about losing, and then he sees a boar walking, so he decides to sneak up on it. No bow, no knife. He picks up a stick, but the boar gets away. We like, boy, Max. He got to get it together. Max got to get it together. Day 23, they find some scrolls at their camps, which tells them to pack up and migrate 2 miles east to Zone 3, which has rivers and other food sources. But the location has a higher elevation, meaning stronger winds, cooler temperatures, and rain. We have not seen any rain yet. And y'all know the rain and Naked and Afraid is a staple. So I do want to see some rain this episode. I want to see y'all adapt, honey. Okay. I want to see some rain in the Australian outback. Yes. So they get to the location and they find a scroll that says they must choose a path, one different than their campmates. There will be new camps, a camp of 3 and a camp of 2. However, they will still compete individually. Okay. Max packs up to leave and he accidentally walks on some hot coals. So the medic comes in to check on his feet and says he has 2nd-degree burns, and they wrap his feet up, and he's still okay to compete in the challenge and he's on his way. Now, so far, the link up is Matt and Sheenie, and then Matt and Darren has linked up. What path will Max choose? We'll find out next Sunday. Yeah, so woo, there we have it. Okay, so I want to get into the updated PSRs, because the Naked and Afraid social media account made sure they showed us the updated PSR so far. Okay, y'all. So Suzanne, she's gone. She had a 7.6. Jamie, gone. 8.1. Kayla, gone. 7.6. Darren is still in. He got a 9.5. Trent, gone. A 7.6. Laura, she gone. 9.7. Max is still in. 9.5. Kai, the hometown hero, she's gone. 9.6. Matt is still there. He's 9.8. That boy is close. I don't even like calling them boys. They men. That man is close. You hear me? He is gunning for that 10.0. He is gunning for it. Trish, gone. 8.4. Jermaine, gone. 7.6. Sheeny, 8.8. Patrick, 9.0. Kayla, gone. 8.8. So yeah, this is the updated PSRs. Now let's get into my wild thoughts, okay? And then we'll get into the fan comments, because when I tell y'all the fans were not happy with the ladies this episode, honey, we are gonna get into it, okay? Now for my thoughts, I think it's okay to tap out if you need to. It's understandable when you know you're done, like your body. It's their body. They know that they're done. I respect it. There's nothing I can do but respect it. So if they feel they needed to leave, so be it. But in the words of Miss Tyra Banks, I was rooting for you. We all were rooting for you. For real. But Sheeny is holding it down. She won 3rd place in the challenge, and it was well deserved. Period. Matt and Darren are once again showing us great survival skills. Darren, suggesting, the pit cooking of the boar's head. That was amazing. The baseball bat way to gut a rabbit. From Matt teaching us that, like, he was like, you squeeze all of the guts to the end, and then you just swing it like a baseball bat to hurry up and gut it, which was, I never heard of that, but yeah. And some of the fans have comments about that as well. We'll get into it in a second. The people are happy Trish is gone, but the other villain, Patrick, he's still hanging on, y'all. Patrick is still hanging on. He don't care. He does not care. He like, y'all ain't gonna get rid of me that quick, okay? So let's get into the fan comments. Yes, y'all already know. So I do want to let me pull up some more. Which one did I leave off on? Because honey, when I tell y'all the fans were not happy, hold up. We ain't ready yet. But it was a lot. It was a lot. And you know what? I can't even be mad, because this the way they feel, honey. That's it is what it is. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. All right, I'll put that up in a second. So let's get into the fan comments. Lo Luval said, like those pigs don't have enough problems, predators. They need the a-holes trying to off them for a TV show. Hashtag naked and afraid. Hashtag last one standing. Hashtag sorry Team Pig. And Cats of PA 20 said, why are you watching? People hunt all the time. Get over it. Ooh, Cat said, ooh, not tonight. I'm feisty, honey. Okay, Cat, we see you, girl. Smoke Thursday said, what in the world was that conversation with the ladies? Nobody thought they were riding coattails, which I agree. Nobody thought that. It would be dumb to just quit. You never know what challenges are coming up. Prove yourself. Naked and afraid. Hashtag last one standing. I agree. Cat of PA 20, girl, she is the commenter of the night, honey. I would totally understand and respect Laura, Kayla, and Trish tapping. Laura has an injury. Kayla is starving, and Trish really should get her eyes checked after the sap incident. Y'all know Trish got some sap in her eyes. Yeah, it's been a mess. But Sheenie is right. She has no reason to tap. Period. Look at me, quadruple tap. They gotta be trolling. Don't give up, ladies. Hashtag naked and afraid. Excuse me. Yeah, because I was like, wait, tapping, quadruple tap. What are y'all talking about? Bozeman Cowgirl, she said, I'm disappointed that the women are acting like this. There were other female survivalists that would have loved to have this opportunity to compete in this show, and they are considering squandering it away. Hope Trish ain't playing them all into quitting. Hashtag naked and afraid. Cat of PA20 said them saying they as women can compete, but Kai almost won last season. She missed by an arrow. I mean, points were made. Genie in a bottle said Matt really did send some evil vibes to all the women. Darren was right. He shouldn't have made that instrument. Hashtag naked and afraid. That's what I was saying. Like this instrument that he made, the bull roarer, you know, the indigenous Australian people use it to ward off evil spirits. I feel like that's not something you need to be dealing with or playing with, because if you don't have ancestry in Australia of the indigenous peoples, you shouldn't even be dabbling in stuff like that, because it could backfire on you. Them indigenous ancestors could be like, no, what are you doing? Like, so that's why somebody was like, yeah, you know, Darren was like, no, you shouldn't make this. But yeah, Genie in a bottle, absolutely right. I agree. Matt might have sent some negative juju to them girls just swinging that thing around, when I feel like he shouldn't even been touching it, you know? Cat of PA20, honey, the the commenter of the night. She said, all y'all saying the producers need to take note. What the F are you talking about? Kai missed winning last season by an arrow. Challenges were pretty darn similar. Don't play this "it's not made for women" bull crap. Laura and Kayla had legit reasons to tap. Trish just did. Hashtag naked and afraid. I hear that, cat girl. Brant's rant said, Matt, Australia did not whip their butts. You did. They can't compete against the guys. Producers better understand this for future seasons and make some changes. Ooh. Buick Lacrosse. Whoever this Buick Lacrosse, Buick Regal person is, clearly they're a Scorpio. They have the Scorpio sign emoji in their thing. I love them because they have been here with me years. Like years. You know, commenters come and go when it comes to, you know, the shows. But me and Buick Lacrosse been here for a very long time. They are also a diehard fan of Naked and Afraid. So shout out to them. And my first car was a Buick. I had a Buick LeSabre, but I love my Buick LeSabre. So every time I see it, I always crack up. But shout out to them. They always been here holding it down, you know. And sometimes it just be me and Buick Lacrosse in the comments some nights. And that's all right. We don't care. We be holding it down. POP holding it down. Just like Sheenie is holding it down. The only woman left. Okay, period. POP, hold it down. But yes, Buick Lacrosse. This show has been on long enough to know the challenges are physical SF and mixed gender. I ain't buying the male and female stuff. I hear that. You see, I told y'all, you know, the people feel differently, okay? Then we have Bozeman Cowgirl again. After watching Matt's baseball swing to eliminate guts from a rabbit, I may never again be impressed with a pro baller's home run. Hashtag naked and afraid. Batter up. You know what? I agree. And I love baseball. Shout out to the O's, my hometown team, Baltimore Orioles. But I feel like now when I see a batter up, I'm gonna think about Matt just squeezing the feral rabbit with the guts and then swinging the guts out of the body. Like, he left that indentation in my brain. Yeah. Okay. Then we have me, ending with Max is being so reckless. Reckless hashtag naked and afraid. Get your head back in the game, boy. Yes, he burning his feet all on the coals and stuff. It was a mess. It was a mess. I think Max, his head just was messed up because Kayla and Laura just left him out there. Okay, but now everybody is competing alone, even though there is a new camp of 3 and a new camp of 2. Everybody is individually competing. So, and survival assets cannot be shared. So yeah, we're going to see how it goes. We may have 2 more episodes to go. Like I said, Shark Week is coming up July 20th. So they want to wrap this show up. So that 8 o'clock time slot, 9 o'clock time slot can go on to the Sharks. Okay. And I will be doing a review on the lineup for Shark Week, what I'll be watching, what you guys should be watching, or letting you guys know my thoughts on this year's Shark Week of 2025. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think of this episode? Just let me know in the comments. I just really can't believe that 3 of the ladies tapped out. And I wrote online, I was like, 3 of the strongest ladies are tapping out. And somebody commented, I think it was Kat again, Kat of PA20, commenter of the night. I think she was like, just two strong women. So I think she was saying like Trish is not that strong. But let me tell you something. In my whole heart opinion, I believe that any woman that goes out there and tries to do this challenge and can last more than a week, I applaud them. And Trish is an OG. I call her Mama Trish, honey. So she's an OG, and I think she is one of the strong women. I think that Kayla also strong, my Cayman queen, and then I have Laura, the queen. I think they are strong. It was sad to see Laura tap out for the first time. It was really sad. I was really sad about that. I wasn't expecting it. But it is what it is. I'm glad the guys are still hanging in, of course. But Sheenie is the MVP of the episode. She is holding it down. The last woman standing for Discovery Naked and Afraid. Last one still standing. Okay, season 3. This is episode 6. Down Under Siege, or Siege Down Under. I like saying it that way. Siege Down Under. Yeah, y'all like my accent. But make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, comment, turn on your post notifications so you guys can be notified when I go live. Support the channel by sending a donation to PayPal or Venmo. The links will be all in the description box. It's a wild world out there, but you guys keep surviving. I'll talk to you guys in a few. Bye. In the next couple of days. Yeah.